A few bold actors risked their careers to stand for freedom against Hollywood's woke trends. Their actions changed the industry, inspiring others to value self-expression and true authenticity.
You would go into the gym, and it was just, we started at Master Toddy's, so there was a couple girls there that really liked to fight, but they liked to more look good and the attention that fighting came from.
In a conversation with Joe Rogan, Gina Carano reflects on the early days of her fighting career. She recalls the mixed dynamics in gyms, where some female fighters seemed more drawn to the attention than the actual fight. Carano acknowledges pioneers like Debbie Purcell and Erin Tohill. She describes how this genuine passion separated fighters truly committed to the sport from those motivated by external attention.
It's nice that you don't like to see women get cut up.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice, I don't know why women or anybody is trying to get rid of that.
Well, I get it. But I mean, look, if you're going to land elbows, it is a part of the sport. You're going to get cut up.
Gina Carano discusses with Joe Rogan the intense nature of women's MMA, especially when it comes to brutal cuts during fights. She admires the toughness of fighters like Valentina Shevchenko. She admits to a personal discomfort seeing female fighters injured in such a raw way. She points out high-profile fights, such as Zhang Weili and Joanna Jedrzejczyk, which showcased the spirit required, underscoring that this physicality is part of the sport's undeniable attraction.
Life is long and weird, and the longer it is, the weirder it gets. You may have noticed that. But even by that unchanging standard, Gina Carano has had a pretty remarkable life packed into a relatively short amount of time. So
Tucker Carlson highlights Gina Carano's incredible journey, filled with unexpected turns in a short time. Starting as a professional MMA fighter in 2006, Carano quickly rose to Hollywood fame, landing roles in major films like Fast and Furious. Then in 2019, she scored a career-defining role on Disney's The Mandalorian. Her life had been a whirlwind, proving that the longer we live, the stranger and more unpredictable life can get.
what happened now? Like, what are the twists that your life has taken since? Because I think it tells us a lot.
Well, we went to the Daily Wire after the cancellation.
Daily Wire in Nashville.
Yes.
He also talked about Gina Carano's journey post-cancellation, asking how her life transformed after being fired over controversial reasons. Carano recounts finding new support at the Daily Wire. Embracing this unexpected turn, she collaborated with the Daily Wire in Nashville to launch new projects, turning the fallout into a bold turn in her career. This move, she explains, became a powerful step in reclaiming her voice and career on her terms.
Talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes.
Ricky Gervais, in his signature biting style, calls out Hollywood's hypocrisy during a speech that's both unfiltered and brutally honest. He spoke about the uncomfortable and sometimes contested truths in the field. He covers an array of films that focus on shame, from Leaving Neverland to Enduring R. Kelly, while maintaining a keen sense of humor.
Take Mr. Emmanuel Cafferty. He was a San Diego gas and electric worker, but he got fired because someone reported him making a white supremacist hand gesture outside the window of his truck.
Bill Maher addresses the stupidity of cancel culture. He shares Emmanuel Cafferty's story, a worker fired over a misunderstood gesture. Maher questions a society under constant surveillance, comparing it to a Hills Have Eyes world with Wi-Fi. With humor, he critiques hypersensitivity and the dangers of quick judgment.
Andy Warhol was wrong. In the future, everyone will not experience 15 minutes of fame, but 15 minutes of shame. And 62% of Americans say they have opinions they're afraid to share.
He also highlights a striking shift in American culture, where many are more likely to face 15 minutes of shame than fame. He points out that 62% of Americans admit to holding opinions they're too afraid to share, showing how fear of judgment now affects people across all backgrounds and beliefs.
So if someone asks you if Justin Timberlake owes Britney Spears an apology for not being a perfect boyfriend when they were teenagers? Just say yes. Easy, as Justin did, issuing an abject apology and then vowing to return sexy back to where he found it.
The latest demands that Justin Timberlake apologize to Britney Spears for his teenage failings are handled humorously by Bill Maher, who mocks the need to publicly acknowledge his blunders. Timberlake once again complied in his own unique way, expressing a sincere apology and, strangely, making light of the idea of bringing provocative back, which caused laughter and questions about the need to reestablish old relationships.
You know, I feel like when you go into that kind of job, there needs to be immediate media training, immediate understanding of the environment, and to really just kind of like prepare people for that.
She believes new talent needs immediate media training. This would prepare them for the intense public spotlight. At the time, support like this wasn't common. She's hopeful the industry is now improving. Her first experience with Kathleen Kennedy wasn't ideal. Proper guidance can make all the difference in handling media pressures.
Do you think it's Chapek, or do you think Chapek got so many calls from Kathleen Kennedy that she's the reason why you got fired?
You know, I think that is something that we're going to find out through discovery.
Because you're going through that right now.
Yeah, well...
Gina Carano discusses the impact Kathleen Kennedy may have had on her firing. She hints that discovery might reveal the truth. Currently, they're moving through the legal process. Carano is eager to learn what was truly said about her. She's especially curious about claims that she was denigrating others.
I'm coming in for the hugs.
So why don't we start with, the actual topic of the day, which is what exactly happened. You've said before that you felt like you were sort of on thin ice with Disney Plus and Lucasfilm.
By reflecting on her career, she realized she needed to take acting more seriously. Just moments after this realization, her agent called with exciting news. Jon Favreau wanted to meet with her. That meeting marked the start of her journey with Disney and Lucasfilm, though she soon sensed she was on thin ice with them. This moment became a turning point, pushing her to fully commit to her craft.
After weeks of internal backlash,
if your satire is punching down, you are being a bully.
employees angered over Netflix's handling of Dave Chappelle's new comedy special, The Closer, which features jokes centered on his relationship with the trans community.
Several Netflix employees staged a walkout to protest Dave Chappelle's show, The Closer. They expressed concerns over jokes they believed diminish social gatherings. Their position has stimulated a debate within the media and comedy industry. This debate centers on whether comedy goes too far when it seems to punch down, transitioning from humor to harassment. And with that, their stand shook Hollywood, leaving fans inspired and the industry changed. From bold choices to lasting impact, these actors redefined the rules. Stay tuned for more fearless stories.